If there's one thing the Smash Bros community can agree on, it's that we all love Ness. His special moves, his throws, his aerials, he is a universally beloved figure, especially in the online community. But if we're being honest here, I think we all can also agree that sometimes pub stomping online players by spamming PKB button does get a bit dull. So what's the workaround here so you can still have fun using a similar playstyle? Well, boy oh boy, do I have the character for you. So let's just get right to it. Alright, cool, now let's record the B-side. If there's one thing the Smash Bros community can agree on, it's that we all hate Ness. His special moves, his throws, his aerials, just seriously, fuck Ness. Especially online, fuck him. But if we're being honest here, I think we all can also agree that sometimes he is legitimately fun to play as. So what's the workaround here so you don't get marked as the absolute scum of the earth online? Well, boy oh boy, do I have the character for you. So let's just get right to it. Now, Lucas and Ness may be from the same franchise, but that in no way means that they're the same character. From special moves to aerials and even to grabs, the two characters play very differently from one another and have entirely separate strategies. So don't expect this to be a cakewalk just because you know how to play Ness, because I can tell you right now that it's not going to be the same. That being said, let's start things off with one of Lucas's staple moves, PK Fire. The best part about Lucas's PK Fire is that you can just throw it out whenever the hell you want. And not only is the move a great spacing tool, but also with every use of the move, it just makes your opponent more and more annoyed. So just start throwing out PK Fires like your average out-of-touch grandparent throws out random assortments of candy and blatantly racist remarks, and you'll be in for a damn good time. I mean, it really fits every situation. An opponent is rushing you? PK Fire. Want to edge guard, but you can't remember which one's the jump button? PK Fire. Haven't pressed the B button in over 4 seconds? Well, we gotta change that. PK Fire. Check the calendar. What's that? Oh my god, what do you know? Looks like it's National PK Fire Appreciation Day. Better celebrate. Plug your fiber. Basically, if by the end of the match you didn't use PK Fire more times than you blinked, you definitely did something wrong. So run that shit back and try again. And once you've successfully pushed your opponents back with your 27th PK Fire in a row, it's time to take their rage-filled hate gameplay and turn it into a little metaphorical fashion show. In other words, time to style on those chumps with some aerials. When it comes to style, you'll probably get the best results from your spiking aerials, your down and back aerial, but the forward aerial has some pretty high damage output and knockback when you hit the sweet spot. The up aerial is good for juggling opponents to the point that they would literally shove a Joy-Con up their ass just to make the match stop, and neutral aerial both chains into a bunch of other stuff and looks super fucking pretty, which is worth mentioning because at your skill level, that's probably all that matters to you. But of course, none of these options would be safe, let alone viable, if you didn't know how to use Lucas's PK Thunder. The move is simple. Once you input the attack, it creates a ball of lightning that you gain control of. So just place that sucker right underneath you in order to recover onto the stage by sending Lucas flying in whatever direction the PK Thunder shoots him. It's not the easiest recovery to learn. In fact, it's actually like the hardest one to learn. But once you learn to use that PK rocket, it opens up a whole plethora of options for you to improve upon with the move. Like for example, how if you hit an opponent with the attack, it does completely stupid amounts of damage on impact that's gonna leave them wanting to PK puke. And even outside of just a recovery option, that little ball of lightning can be used as an exceptionally oppressive weapon to induce levels of rage from your opponent that they never knew they were capable of reaching. Like for instance, if you use the move to keep them in the air or edgeguard them as they try and fail to recover because that jolty sphere of fun and shenanigans just keeps stopping them dead in their tracks every time they get back to the ledge. But if they do somehow make it back onto the stage, fear not, because Lucas has something called a tether grab, which basically means he uses the unmatched power of animal abuse to have his pet snake pull you in so he can proofread your last will and testament before he throws you in the garbaggio faster than you can say, "For the love of God, port mother through, you motherfuckers, I know you're reading my letters." In other words, Lucas's back throw is one of the best kill throws in the game. He also has other throws he can use to combo stuff with, so play around with those and see how they tickle your giblies, but the main throw you should know about is the back throw because it's an essential rage quit machine. And hey, speaking of rage quitting, smash attacks are always a good way to get a foot in your ass, but that foot is never getting anywhere near your underaged ass so long as you keep your wits about you and smack that leg away with the nearest tree branch you can find, also known as using Lucas's forward smash to hit them with that classic Flintstone sucker punch. And by the way, the move can also reflect projectiles, as if you needed another reason to be a piece of shit. And if your opponent is being a bouncy bastard, you can absolutely tear through their stock with an up smash. It's slow, but it also has a really decent hitbox and is crazy powerful. And finally, in a very 2015 move, Lucas can hit his opponents with a good old "What are those?" down smash and launch them so far back that meme becomes relevant again. Alright, well, that's all of his best attacks, so thanks for watching all. I'm gonna go master... What was that? Oh my god, it can't be. How could I have forgotten? Lucas's most powerful aggravation tool of them all. The PK Freeze. So long story short, with this attack you hold down the B button and input a direction to control a tiny harmless little snowflake, which once you catch an opponent with it, you'll quickly realize why it's the bane of literally every player's fucking existence. Because once they get caught in that iceberg, they aren't getting back out. And when you catch your opponents with that attack, take a second to stop and look at their faces as they struggle desperately to button mash their way out of that cryogenic casket. Go ahead, put down the controller. It doesn't matter, it's not like you're gonna need it in the next couple seconds. They're not escaping that icy hell until the grim fucking Reaper says they can. So just sit back and enjoy the show. go, you know? God, it's priceless. There's just something so beautifully rewarding about being able to track the 7 stages of grief solely through a person's eyes and know that you caused that. I mean, it becomes an art, really. And that's just Lucas in a nutshell for you. Your opponent can scream at you, turn off the console, throw their controller at the wall. It's all the same, because that's exactly what you were looking to get from the situation. And being able to so masterfully reduce a full-grown adult to calling you a fuck bitch and throwing their juice box at you with the intent to harm is an unbeatably refreshing form of catharsis we could all benefit from experiencing every once in a while. So take that feeling and use it to motivate you all the way to the top of your friend group's hate list. And as you stand there looking down from the peak of Asshole Mountain, your friends will look up at you, and you can just look back down at them and say, fuck you. And that's a great feeling. Best of luck, friend. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I make a new one every single Monday, so be sure to subscribe because I would love to have you around. And speaking of, you can always join my Discord where we chat about all the videos and just like whatever's going on in our lives. It's a good time. We're a chill bunch there and we'd love to have more people to talk with. Now, of the 2 characters on the screen right now, let me know in the comments who you want to see next and I can start working on that video for 2 weeks from now. So thank you guys again for watching. I really do appreciate it and I will see you around. Bye-bye!